Hi, everybody. Welcome to Chat and Craft with Lorraine. My name is Lorraine Tierney, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the United States. I live in the little town of Warner, New Hampshire, and I like to make cards. I like to send cards, I like to share cards with other people, and I really like to teach other people how to make cards. So tonight is Sunday, June 15th, and I'm coming on to show you a card that uses the Sunrise Sailing Bundle. I've been using this one a lot lately. It's a great summertime card. It works for so many different kinds of things. So we'll get started, and please say hello if you're watching live, and please answer some questions for me because I'll ask you what you might prefer on the card. And if you're catching the replay, I'd love you to say hello then too. Well, hello, Mary. Nice to see you, Messy Desk Stamper. All right, I'm going to switch this over. So this is the Sunrise Sailing Bundle. So like I was saying, it's got a nice happy retirement, best wishes, congratulations. I love this. You're destined for great things. It really has some nice sentiments. And it has some great stamps, water in the boat, and really cool dies with clouds and different sailboats and different waves. So we're going to use some of these other dies tonight that I haven't used on cards that I've made so far. So the first thing we're going to do, we have a cloud cover card base, and it's 11 by 4¼ because I like how this stands like that and doesn't fall down. And I have a mat that's 5¼ by 4, and we're going to put this in the embossing folder in such a way that we get the clouds at the top. I want to be sure I have some clouds on there, and I'm trying to get it straight, which I'm not doing such a great job at because I can't really use this line over here. I think that is straight enough. Thank you. I'm glad you like that color palette up there, Mary. I'm going to need some help with those colors in a little bit because we have some decisions to make. I've still got lots of purples out after our Alzheimer's event where we were doing lots of cards in purple. And now I have a piece of Secret Sea, and I just want to do the water on the Secret Sea, this part, and I'll get a little bit of the bottom of the boat, but that's okay. Hi, Lorraine in Dublin, and hi, Carol. Lorraine, you must be up pretty late tonight. If you have a chance in Dublin, make sure you go to the Queen of Tarts Bakery and have tea and goodies there. It's very delicious. Okay, so here I embossed some water because I'm going to put this over this card here, and this one's going to go on the front there. But first we'll do a little bit of this, and I'm going to rip a little bit off. I want it to be a little more wave-like and a little less of a regular edge. I like to keep my fingers close together when I tear, and I tear towards me so that you can see a little bit of that rough stuff. Hi, Joanne. It's a little after midnight. Okay. So I'm going to put this on right here, and that's going to give us that edge. We're going to cover that boat up, don't worry. Here's a similar piece with a wave edge cut using there's two different wave edges. That was cut using this one, and there's another one that's just a little bit different. So here's my first choice I want you to make. Do you like it with the wave edge, or do you like it better with the torn edge? We're going to cover this up, like I said, and we'll have some boats on here. So let me know what you think. Torn edge or the wave edge? At first I thought I would put the wave edge down here, but I think it makes more sense to put the wave edge there. I've got a torn from Carol. All right, we'll see if anyone else voices an opinion. Joanne, I know you don't like to tear paper, but do you like it when other people tear paper? You're making me guess, Joanne. Mary likes the torn paper, so we're going to go with torn paper. And, oh, here's my glue. Phew, I couldn't find my glue. I know Joanne does not like to tear it, but I think she can live with it on somebody else's cards. Lorraine's not a big paper tearer either. I think they both like to use their tearing ruler to tear their paper. I'm turning this over just to be sure I get it nice and square. Mary thinks this one looks a little bit lacy, and it kind of does. Oh, good. Joanne actually does like the tear. It looks like I have a little secret C hanging off here. So we'll just give it a little trim. And then we're going to glue this. This is the same size as the card front, which I don't do very often. I usually leave a border, but I wanted as much of the embossing on this one as I could get. So I made it the same size as the front of the card. Oh, I put that on. I need to lift that up just a little bit. I have something that needs to poke in there a little bit. Oh, Lorraine, you're so funny. I'll bring you some torn paper. I'll tear your paper for you. Okay, well, our card needs a setting sun. So I have a circle here that I've cut with one of the Spotlight on Nature's dies. I call this the paper plate die. Other people call it the pie crust die, which I think sounds a little bit nicer, but I do think of it as a paper plate. And I want a piece of paper under here. I'm going to make this my sun. So I'm okay with parts of it being darker and parts of it being a little bit lighter. That's going to be my setting sun. And I have to tuck a little bit of it under here. So I'm glad I got that up just a little bit because I want to cover up the mast of that ship. Okay, so let's put some glue on that. Okay, and now I need your help again. Well, hello, Courtney. I need your help again on these boats. So I used some dies to cut the boats. There's this sailboat like that. And I suppose you could leave it just like that. Hi, Betsy. Hi, Roz. You could leave it just like that. It could be kind of a nighttime card. Or you can put this sail right on it like that. Or, and one of these I did glue already, So that one is like that with bubble bath. Or you can put, a lot of people use a white sail on there. So let's see, we have a bubble bath, and we're going to have a lot of sailboats on our thing. We could do white, or we can do a little bit of ink blending on our sails. So this is Petunia Pop, which is a great summertime color. So I'm going to put a little Petunia Pop on here. And we can do it like that, where it's just around the edges. I don't know if I'm a fan of that. I'm thinking maybe a blending brush would have been better. I could have gone a little more subtle. Let's see. So tell me if you like the blended color. I think this is Petunia Pop in cardstock. I'm trying to get another boat here. So there's Petunia Pop in the cardstock, and here it is in the blended color. What about where I have left my bone folder? My bone folder's okay. It's a little sticky. Hi, Debbie. Thank you for watching me. Debbie is one of my very most longtime friends. I didn't know you watched, Debbie. I feel honored. So here's a little pool party, and I happen to have a pool party blending brush on my table. I don't know if pool party's really going to go with this, but I just wanted to see with a more subtle blending if we liked that better. So here's one with Mary likes the blended look. I'd love to hear what others think. There's one with just a little pool party on it. Kind of looks white from there. If I hold it up a little closer, you might be able to see it better. And I was going to do another one with Gorgeous Grape. Let's see if I can do it a little lighter. It's kind of hard to go light with these daubers. There's the, well, we could always put this one on right over the bubble bath. There you go. There's a look at some with blending and some in cardstock. What do you think? Hi, Deb. I think if we're going to go with blending, they have to all be blended. Or if we go with cardstock, they have to all be cardstock. Does anyone else agree with that philosophy? I need another dauber. Okay, here's some fresh freesia, a little bit lighter. All right. So what do you think? I'm hearing crickets, crickets and nobody's talking. Nobody's helping me. So I think I'm going to go with the blended sails. And I have one that's kind of dark and a couple that are light. I think that pool party one is a little bit too light. So I'm going to add a little more ink. Deb agrees, Carol agrees, thank you. All right, there we go. Phew! You didn't like knowing that you were leaving me hanging out to dry, did you? Okay, no more crickets. My people are back. All right, so let's glue these on. Usually I put the glue on the piece that goes on top, but since this is smaller than the rest, I'm going to put the glue on that way. Okay. And then we're going to have a regatta. That's what I'm going to call this. Like a sailboat race. Okay, we'll have to put this one right on top. No one will ever know if you don't tell them. Especially if I get it lined up. Let's see if I can line that up a little better. Okay. And then the purple one. How many boats, Lorraine? I think I'm going to do 4 boats because I'm going to have them tossing and turning in the water. Yeah, I don't know if there's any people out there that really sail and know, they might tell me, I don't know what I'm doing here with the boat. So I don't like the way you can see a whole bunch of different colors through that sail. So I'm going to move that. There you go. So that you don't see all that stuff. Say, well, that one's going to have to come down a little. Yep. What do you think? And so they can be rocking and rolling a little bit. And do we want some clouds? We can have a cloud that says ahoy. And we can have another cloud over here. But I do think we might want a little bit of cloud cover. A Christmas boat parade. Oh, that sounds really cool, Deb. I love that idea. Love it. Let's see. Get some ink off of this one. I'm going to put a little bit of cloud cover on these clouds. I'm just kind of winging this as I go, but hopefully this is okay. We don't want our word to get covered up. There we go. All right, so let's put the clouds down next, and then we can always adjust our boats. There's one cloud. Here's another one. want this one to be a little lower. There we go. All right, I'm going to put 2 of the boats in the back a little bit. I think, should I pop the boats up? I'm going to pop the boats up. Oh, I'm glad you like it, Mary. I'm going to cut some teeny tiny pieces. And I'm going to try gluing down the bottom of the boat because I want the sails to be kind of puffy, like they have air in them. But the bottom of the boat is a little, did I forget to take those? I did. Ay, ay, ay. I didn't take my papers off the back. Come on. There we go. Oh, I took it off some of them, but not all of them. That was silly. Okay. Now it's stuck to my thumb. Okay. There we go. So there's one. And I think we'll do the pool party one. Oh, that one. Oh, I see what I did. Okay. Let me see. Do I have more little ones over here? I do. That will be easier. And a little glue. Don't forget to take your paper up. Right? Right. I hope everybody had a great Sunday. It was a beautiful day here. I'm going to have to go down a little bit in order to fit. Let's see. Oh, we can have that one really rocking and rolling. I didn't want them quite so orderly, but I guess they're going to be a little bit orderly. Hi, Mel. Yeah, we're sailing some boats today, Mel. And we decided to blend our own colors on the sail. Whoops. Why is that one? Oh, I've got paper on both sides of it. Okay, there we go. And a little glue. Ah. And our last boat. What kind of card should we make this on the inside? Should this be a congratulations, a happy retirement, a best wishes? What do you think? I will say I don't have a need for any retirement cards right now. I don't know of anybody who's planning to retire. There we go. There's our fleet of pastel kind of boats. Whoops, sorry, be better if I get it where you can see it. We need to do a couple of birds. They have die cut birds you can do, or they have a stamp for a little bird, and I'm going to use the stamp because it's a little bit easier. And I'm going to get a little Secret Sea ink. That's what color this is. Oh, thank you. Who's retiring? Debbie, are you retiring? I'll make you a retirement card if you're retiring. Tell me quick. There's a bird. There's a bird. And there's a bird. Yay, my friend Debbie is retiring. All right, you're also going to have to message me your address because I'm guessing you have moved. And I could make it a congratulations card because I know you also got married. But we'll do retirement. Okay, so there's the front of the card. I like the birds on there too. Here's a piece of white for the inside. Sometimes you get a little ridge on your paper. Take your bone folder or your fingernail and just kind of smooth that out. So let's put happy retirement. Where'd that stamp go? Here it is. We'll do that in secret C also. Oh, I'm glad it looks like some action to the card. Yeah, I was hoping I could achieve a little bit of look like it was windy. Happy retirement. Nice. What else can we put on the inside? This card didn't have a lot of stamping on the front, so I like to stamp. I'll have to do some stamping on the inside since it didn't have a lot of stamping on the front. And we'll do a little boat. But your retirement's going to be all smooth sailing, Debbie. It's not going to have any choppy seas. Smooth sailing. I can't find my, oh, here's my chamois. I want to try one more thing inside there. Do we need some color on these sails? Or a little water underneath it? I'm going to see if I can sneak a little water under here with this one. I don't know. Just a little bit. I'm only going to ink a little bit of the stamp and see if I can make this look like a little water. It's only paper. We can always cut another piece. There we go. So that's our little bit of water under there. And our smooth sailing sailboat. I'm tempted to try to use a dauber to put a little color in those sails, but I don't know. I think I might make a mess, so I'm going to leave it like this. I have a piece of gold, something stuck to the back there. Okay. Well, look at that. I didn't know I needed a retirement card, and here I am making one. If you make it, they will retire. Who else wants to retire? I'll make you another card. So here is our fleet of sailboats, and they are celebrating Debbie's retirement. No worry, Sherry, about being late. That's what replays are for. Yeah, Lorraine, you think I do. I need to leave it plain because chances are I won't I won't do it right. I'm also tempted to put a couple of birds up there in the corner. What do you think? Can I do that? Because I just love these little seagulls. They're just so cute. And they're celebrating. There we go. All right. Well, thank you for joining me tonight to make a sailboat card. I do have a couple of other new bundles that I've purchased and I haven't used yet, but I've been having so much fun with the sailboats. I just had to do it again. But I will branch out. I need to use my beautiful gallery paper and beautiful motifs or gallery motifs. Let me see. Beautiful motifs. So I have this set with some cool dies, this one, and the beautiful paper. So I think on Wednesday, when I go live again, I will use that to make a couple of cards. So I hope you'll join me Wednesday evening, maybe about 7 o'clock, or sometimes it's earlier on Wednesday. It will depend on what's going on. But I will try to post something on my Facebook page so you'll know. So congratulations again, Debbie, on retiring, and thank you all for joining me tonight. And have a great rest of your Sunday evening. Bye-bye.